Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Beer Geek Nation. Tonight we've got kind of another limited edition collaboration beer. Of course, I'm talking about the most recent, their Saison du Buff. It's brewed by Stone Brewing, California, Victory Brewing out near Philadelphia, Downingtown, and DogFish Head out of Rehoboth, Delaware, Milton, Delaware, depending on the brewery, brewpub, whatever. Actually, in 2003, they got together and they formed Buff, which is the Brewers United for the Freedom of Flavor. Sorry, I wrote that down because I knew it screwed up. So that's where the Saison du Buff comes from. But this is basically, their collaboration brew. Saison, which is a Belgian-style farmhouse ale, typically brewed for, the farmers back in the 1700s in Belgium, and they're still, brewed today. Comes in at 6.8%, and this is actually kind of a strange little Saison. It's brewed with rosemary, parsley, thyme, and sage. So let me get into a glass, let you know how it smells, how it tastes, and I will give you the verdict. Okay, so let's get into Saison du Buff. The appearance on this beer is very, very, I want to say classical to the Saison style. There is one deviation to that, and I'll get to that here in a second. But you can see it's, a brilliant kind of light yellowish, orangish kind of color. Beautiful white head. I mean, that head's amazing. Very traditional. It's like a Belgian beer. Really highly carbonated, as you can see in the video there. But the one kind of deviation here, and I'll say from a Saison, and it's not 100%, but in a lot of Saisons you do see a lot of like haze to them. And this one was actually really clear. I mean, I could see through it. You can see through it to the light. It's not a problem at all. I'm just saying, that is kind of a little bit of change from a traditional Saison, but this is DogFish Head and Stone and Victories we're dealing with. So, am I surprised? No, not at all. Wow, that is strange. You definitely get the rosemary, the sage, the parsley, the thyme. All those are in there. And it's kind of strange. Like, you would think it would smell like Thanksgiving stuffing or turkey or something. It doesn't. It actually smells really lemony, really fresh. Spicy, it's orangey, it's citrusy. And there's actually a little bit of hop character in this. I'm definitely getting some, like, West Coast kind of pine notes, a little bit of sweet fruit in there. Not really picking up too much malt. There's definitely a little bit of a malt in the... I mean, it's there. It has a slight breadiness to it. You definitely smell the Belgian yeast they use. It smells awesome. It smells, it's that spicy, kind of little bit of funk to it, kind of Belgian yeast smell that just, I really, really enjoy in these types of beers. Wow, it's very refreshing. This is a perfect summertime beer. They couldn't have timed the release on this one any better if they tried. Wow, a lot of that spiciness right up front. You got all that savory, all those savory spices, and it's really citrusy. It's like a lemon and piece of parsley kind of combined, and you get this really kind of interesting texture and flavor in your mouth. And there's by the middle of the mouth, there's a little bit of bitterness from the hop characters. Then you start to get more of the sweetness and the spiciness from the Saison yeast they used. And there's definitely in the back, I mean, this beer has a lot of mouthfeel to it. There's a lot of bready notes, malty, kind of sweet malts from the Belgian malts I'm sure they used. And it has a lot of mouthfeel to it. It's a really complex tasting beer. And traditionally, Saisons, they can be pretty one-sided. I mean, once you've had one, you have a good idea what you're getting into. This is unlike a Saison I've ever had. I'm detecting a hint of funkiness to it, a little bit of barnyard, and I'm sure that's from the yeast they use. It's an excellent, clean, dry finishing yeast, so I think the strain was really strong. But just an excellent tasting beer, a very interesting beer. Yeah, just top-notch stuff. So the verdict on Stone, Victory, and DogFish Head Saison du Buff. 6.8% available now, limited time. I gotta tell you, I'm giving this one an A. This is one of the most interesting beers I've ever had. It stands out to me as being one that I've never had anything that tastes quite like it before. I'm gonna give it an A just for that. And I think there's a lot of really good things working for this beer. The smell, the aroma is just spot on with the spiciness and the taste. Mixed with the malts and the little bit of bitterness and sweetness from the hops, mixed with the the different spice characters that they used in here. The mouthfeel just has a full body feel to it without having a full body taste. It's real light and refreshing. It'd be a great beer just to sip out on the deck on a hot day or something like that. And my hat off to them. I think this is an absolutely phenomenal beer, excellent beer. I highly suggest you seek it out because it's available countrywide. So definitely find it. Again, this is the Stone Brewing, Victory Brewing, and Dogfish Head collaboration beer, Saison du Buff, 6.8%, available now. And remember, guys, life's too short. Drink amazing beers, my friends. Cheers.